Hello and welcome back to Aggressively Average, a series where we just try and do our best because that's all anyone can ever ask of you. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Welcome to 2026. It's actually 2025 when I'm filming this, but today we're making vanilla slice. Now to start my vanilla slice, I need puff pastry. The recipe, which I'm using BBC Good Food Guide, the recipe does call for store-bought puff pastry. Am I going to do that? No, of course not. This is us. We're going to make it. I've made puff pastry a few times on the channel, and because it's vanilla slice, I think I can get away with a rough puff. So I'm going to be using Gordon Ramsay's rough puff pastry. For my rough puff pastry, I need 250 grams of strong plain flour. I am actually going to sift it. A little bit of salt and 250 grams of diced butter. Now I've just got to crumb it. Now, I think that's good because the recipe says you don't want to completely rub in the butter. Pieces of butter should remain clear to see. Now I'm going to make a well. Okay, now I've got to add the water in until it comes together. Do you see that? It's come together, but it's very sticky. I don't know if it's supposed to be this sticky. It says don't overwork it, cover it in cling film. So... yeah, is it meant to be that sticky? I don't want to overwork it. And I swear to God, I only put in about 50 mils of water. Whatever, it's what we've got. Okay, here is my ball of dough. This goes in the fridge for about half an hour and then we roll it out and see if we can knead it. Okay, that has been in the fridge for a bit longer than half an hour, probably closer to an hour to be honest with you, because I was eating dinner. Here is my ball of dough. And I'm going to be really liberal with the amount of flour I am using because I think it's too sticky. Let's see if we can knead it and roll it out. You know, it's not too bad yet. See, it just sticks because it's mainly butter. Okay. It says lightly floured. I'm doing lots of flour. Oh my God. Oh, wow. It is... okay, I've got to actually, before I roll it, I've actually got to knead it. Okay. You know what? It's actually coming together not that bad. I am still going to use a fair amount of flour. And I'm going to roll this out. Oh, it does say at this point the batter should still be visible as a marbled effect, and it is. Alrighty, now let's do the signature rolls. And that is my dough. I am just going to put this in cling wrap, put it in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow we can start assembling. Well, we've got to make the filling. And tomorrow we can make the filling. See you in the morning. Hello and welcome back. To you, it has barely been a moment, but for me, it is the very next day. Now I have to prepare my pastry. And this involves cooking it on a baking tin, but like weighing it down with another baking tin. I went and bought this today, especially for this video. So I'm investing in my content. I don't have 2 baking sheets like all the recipes suggest you need. So I'm just gonna do it one part of the pastry at a time. And I'm just gonna use this as the weight. Yeah. I'm gonna chop it in half because I obviously need 2 halves. Then, oh, I probably should have rolled it. Oh, wait, hang on, let's just roll it. Let's just roll it. Okay, so that is one of the puff pastry pieces I'm going to use. I'm just going to knit that together. I think that'll be fine. My thought process is that it just has to be bigger than that. Pop that on here. Okay, and so that's my method. I don't really have anything, put any weight on this. This is a really heavy dish. I'm wondering, do I just like put that on there as well for some weight? I mean, it can't hurt. Can it hurt? Maybe it can hurt. It can't hurt. I'm going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes, I think. It's like 30, 35 minutes. And then do the other half. Be good. Turn into puff pastry. Okay, so now on to the actual guts of the vanilla slice, which is very exciting. So the first step in the recipe is to get gelatin sheets. Where do you even buy them? Like, where do you buy gelatin sheets? In the shop, they have gelatin powder. So that's what I'm going to be using. Seriously, where do you buy them? 2 tablespoons of cold water and whisk. 1, 2, and whisk. Okay, now I'm going to leave that to set. Maybe not with the fork in it. Now I need to add everything else into a saucepan. A lot of milk. I hope the saucepan's big enough. It's the only one I have. Cream. In case you didn't have enough from the milk. Now I don't have a vanilla pod because despite playing the lottery and wishing upon every single star I see, I am not a millionaire. So I do have this organic vanilla bean paste, which is the most bougie type of vanilla I've ever bought. So I am serious. 100 grams of corn flour that's gone everywhere. In apparently that feels wrong. I need 25 grams of custard, and apparently I had to buy a 350 gram box for that. 25 grams of custard powder going in. 3 egg yolks. And lastly, 140 grams of sugar. Now I have to put this over a low heat, not a high heat, a low heat, and stir continuously. Okay, I've got my low heat, it's on, oh no, it's on medium high. Okay, I've got the low heat, it's on low. Now I've got to stir continuously. The recipe does say that it will be lumpy and to just power through until it stops being so lumpy. I do think, okay, between me and you, I think I've done it in too small a pan. But I'll keep whisking and I'll let you know how we go. Okay, I did have some leakage from the pot because the pot was too small. So I'll have to clean that up, but it's not blocked out the flame. Flame is still flaming. Apparently I have to keep going until it is at a gentle boil. Guys, they come up with so many terms. What's a simmer? What's a gentle boil? Ugh. I have turned up the heat slightly. It is now in a medium heat on the lowest burner. It is taking forever and ever. All right, I'm doing it. I'm at high heat. Still the smallest burner, but I'm at high heat. Still nothing is happening. Not a thing. I'm moving burner. It's too small. I'm moving over to the mid-size one. Oh, already a lot more heat. Can't tell if I'm creating those air bubbles when I'm whisking them or if it's like coming to the boil. I feel like whenever a recipe says come over to the hob, it means be at the hob for 1,000 years and stir constantly. That's every instruction in baking that takes place at the hob. But I do think we are getting somewhere. If you're like, why are you holding it so weird? It's because this whisk gets really hot. Broke my other whisk in another video. Thought, oh, that's a good whisk. Gets really, really hot when whisking over the hob. But look at those. Is that the vanilla? Is that real vanilla paste with seeds in there? That's so cool. Is this what you get when you buy real vanilla? Fancy. That is one piece of the puff pastry done. That'll be a nice marking for a cutout when I put it in the tray. So now I'll just do the second piece. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. The recipe did say it would get lumpy, but to just keep going. So at least we're thick. God, that happened whilst I was taking the pastry out of the oven. This pot was definitely too small, but that's okay. We're just going to keep stirring until it's nice and smooth. You know what? I was worried it would get lumpy and not come smooth again, but I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to add in the gelatin. Now, If you were here way back when I was making the mirror glaze cake, I vividly remember it. It wasn't good. I realized after the fact the reason it didn't work was because I didn't remelt my gelatin. I shoved it in like this thinking that was how it worked, and it's not. So even though that custard is pretty warm, I'm still going to melt this in the microwave and then add it. Okay, so melted gelatin going in. Okay, so that's all stirred in and it's smooth and it's got the gelatin. I'm pretty sure that's my custard done. I think that's the last step until we're on assembly, and I didn't time this very well because I still have 24 minutes until the second piece of pastry is done. I guess this is why the recipe specifically says sort the pastry out first before you do the custard, but I thought I could just, time save, be efficient. So I guess I'll see you in half an hour and I'll just keep stirring the custard so it doesn't go all funny. Oh, like, comment, subscribe. Great timing. Thank you so much. Okay, I have been whisking and whisking and whisking and whisking that so that it doesn't get lumpy, and I just can't any longer. So what we are going to do is we are going to power through. I've taken this out of the oven and we're just going to finish off cooking that puff pastry piece without it. If it gets a bit bigger, who cares? Let's trim this to size. And pop that in, and then I need to strain it. Oh, this is the rough puff. So I've been whisking and whisking and whisking so this doesn't get too lumpy whilst I was waiting for the other sheet of pastry to finish cooking. It's not looking too bad, honestly, but what the recipe says to do is, that is so thick, don't even know what to do with it. Pop that there, put it through a strainer. Oh no, look, it's already got this shape of the pot in it. Okay, is anything coming through? Maybe I thickened it too much. Oh no, some stuff is coming through. Okay, now I have as much through the sieve as I possibly can get. I'm just going to put it in the mold shape. It is really pretty set already, to be honest with you. Okay, now I don't know if this does anything, but I'm gonna bang it. Other sheet of puff pastry. Other sheet of puff pastry did not cook evenly, but regardless, let's cut her into shape. Oh, it is literally breaking. Okay. And voila. This just needs to go into the fridge to set overnight, and I will see you in the morning, which for you is in 3, 2, 1. Hello, it is the very next day. This has been setting in the fridge overnight, and it feels really good. This is what it looks like, and it's solid in there, so I'm very excited to get it out. Ooh. Look, I think that has set really very well. I'm very, very happy. I think I thickened it up, if anything, a bit too much. Now just do a little dusting of icing sugar over the top. Now I've got to score and cut it, and apparently the secret to cutting it without it going all is to score it first. So I've got a serrated knife to score and a big knife to cut. I think they look really good. It's first thing in the morning, so I'm going to take a smaller one. Look at it. It's kept its shape. If anything, it's a little bit too thick. Pastry, I don't know if you can see. Pastry is really flaky. I think I did the pastry okay. Time for the taste test. I nailed that. That is so good. Vanilla's really good. I'm really happy with how it's kept its shape. If you use store-bought pastry as well to just make that pastry way easier, that probably tastes a little bit better. For someone that makes pastry every single time, I prefer store-bought pastry. What a good start to the new year. Thank you so much for watching. If you have got to the end, I do really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you could spend your time doing lots of things and to go on this journey with me. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Videos every other weekend. Bye.